Bottom fucking line. I'm with Anthony fucking Miller. Fucking, dude, that's what I'm trying to say, man. It's like, I did not steal Damian fucking Perez's gun. And I'm just letting that fucking be well fucking known. I did not steal Damian Perez's gun. But you know what? 5 or 6 years later, now from elementary school to a few years later, where Damian's gun went missing, and they did come and search my house, which I didn't even know, because I didn't have the fucking gun. I didn't care about the fucking gun. Didn't like guns. No shit. Wow. And magically, signed the contracts, 7th grade. Don't know what the fuck I'm getting myself into. A couple years goes by. And I'm thinking, the fucking gun that I was given, knowing about the contracts, the FBI, the CIA, the DOJ, MK Ultra, man. What a trip, huh? Wow. Because I'm thinking that was Damian's fucking gun. Because it was a police-issued Suffolk County Glock 9. You know, like when I was calling the federal lawyer's office, being like, could I please speak to freaking so-and-so? I just want to know, whatever happened to that fucking police-issued Suffolk County Glock 9 that, you know, just seemingly isn't on my fucking, you know, because, you know, I know what but the point being is, could you please get this fucking information to me on what the fuck happened to that gun after it was in everybody's possession? Because at this point, I got some questions. You know, my point being, and I got that phone call, and I posted that fucking phone call, so that's what I'm going to say about that. And the point fucking being is because little do I realize at that fucking point or any other fucking point until fucking just recently when all this shit starts to resurface in my motherfucking head, I think about all the fucking jokes that were like, we're going to try to set him up with the same gun twice. You know something? Wow. But not done. Back to fucking Damian Perez, Mr. Perez. Made Mr. Perez $1 richer than Mr. Sosa. I'm sorry, Mr. Sosa. I really am. Along with whoever the fuck is dead in your family, and that is no disrespect, and I'm sorry for disrespecting some of this situation, but this is fucking nuts. The two people, because they never hung out at my house, but the two people that I seen multiple times at Damian Perez's house, hanging out with Damian, was Big James Diaz and the one that they called Little James Diaz, which was Alfredo Flores. You know, it's like the movie Training Day, only really more fucked up. Wow. Wow. So where's my points from here? My points from here would be the fact that at 15, a few years after I signed these MK Ultra contracts, the day of me getting my car for my 15th birthday, which should have been my freedom day, it turned out to be just a small part of the craziest story that never has been told. Going up against Tupac fucking Shakur only to not realize the man I just went up against was Tupac Shakur. Until after Tentacion passed away. Because that I was fucking 100% on. I said, holy shit, that's the fucking kid that just bumped into me up at the fucking store, literally. And a day, maybe 36 hours max after that happened, he was shot dead down in Florida. And then there's also them throwing me in the fucking mental hospital. As I went to go get a fucking tooth fixed, I went to go get blood work before the tooth so that I could sit there and tell the dentist, honestly, I'm good, man. My blood's good. Or my blood is fucked up. Be careful. You know, just, again, me thinking of other fucking people. Because, you know, that's what I do. And don't care anymore about anybody. Because it seems like, fuck everybody. Because, fuck everybody. And the motherfucker didn't take my fucking blood. Wanted me to talk to a fucking big heavy-set black lady. When I said I had no contacts for emergencies. Why do you need my emergency contacts? Bro, what the fuck is gonna go wrong with you taking my fucking... What is going to go wrong with you taking my fucking blood from my arm that is so fucking insane that just in case of a fucking emergency, you need to have fucking contacts? What the fuck? And I went to go walk out the fucking hospital. I said, you know something, man? I don't even want to get into the whole... And yeah, I did say some other crazy shit after the crazy shit started. Like Ariana Grande's concert gonna be fucking attacked. And that fucking Mac Miller was fucking telling me this fucking 10 years ago, standing right next to fucking Anthony Miller, fucking, and all the rest of the motherfuckers. And I'm saying to my fucking self, wow, that's really fucking interesting. Because then all of a sudden, fucking, I am thrown into a fucking mental hospital. Even though I say because people are trying to fucking kill me. Because this shit's about to fucking happen, because fucking this could be fucking prevented. And fucking guess what? 80 days in that fucking hospital, all for going to get fucking blood work and not having a fucking emergency contact, and some little fucking hot-headed cunt doctor bringing in the little hot nurse to fucking laugh at the fucking crazy boy. Huh? And while I'm in that fucking hospital, guess who I bump into? A lady who seems familiar to me, but I don't know who the fuck this lady is. And I get put in a room with a motherfucker that's telling me that Ari is a fucking whore. Now the lady was working there. The person in my room, he's telling me that he knows Ariana. And that she gets fucking 6-7 dicks in one night. Congratulations, babe. Seriously. Only to find out that that motherfucker is the motherfucker that moved into my friend's house after I left. Community type housing. Moved into the fucking house after I left the scene. Went by a different fucking name. Weird shit happened then too. Wow, man. And he was being vouched for by the woman who worked in the hospital, who now I realize was not the person that fucking they gave me the name of, but this person was the same person that fucking introduced herself in my house all those fucking years ago as Tupac's mama. And that her son Tupac was going to be real good friends with me, and gave me that plaque with the two-way fucking microphone. And it doesn't even stop there, because I realize when Alfredo Flores posts a picture of his grandmother that passed away, I said, holy shit, that's the same fucking lady. That's the fucking worker that was in the fucking, holy shit. And just to sum up the fucking hospital story, after about 80 days or so being kept in that fucking hospital, no violent outbursts, 80 fucking days I'm in that fucking hospital, and then I finally fucking went off on somebody verbally. I go off and I say, you know something, you don't know nothing about life. Let me tell you a little something about life. I was going to get blood work, and I'm locked down in this motherfucker. Why? A girl that I care about's concert is about to be fucking attacked. Now, the details of that attack were a little bit fucking off. But sure as shit, 10 fucking days after I said that, and I know that there were people that were not normal fucking people in that fucking hospital. And 10 days after I said that, ba-boom. And what was that? 20-something little kids died. And 3 days later, they let me out that fucking hospital. Fuck yous. And Alfredo Flores' deceased grandma didn't become my caseworker until the other caseworker that I already had, because, you know, SSI and all and blah, blah, blah. And, you know, I forget my fucking $1 million bank accounts and all this, you know, with shit that, and I'm thinking, wow, boom. Bottom line is the woman that came out that car that I have on tape and that I have posted the videos of was Alfredo Flores' now deceased grandma, who was also AKA the woman who introduced herself to me as Tupac Shakur's mom, who's also deceased. And magically, Tupac's supposedly deceased mother died only months before I ended up in that fucking hospital going to get blood work. And I ended up in that fucking hospital where I was warning at that point, without realizing, Tupac's deceased mama at Ariana Grande's concert. Oh, and Ariana Grande's obvious friend, who's in a couple videos of her hair getting done, and I'm not talking about Chinchilla. Yeah. Telling me that, you know, Ari gets fucked by like 6-7 dicks in one night. That's great, Ari. That's awesome. Power to you, man. So, and I'm not saying that to hurt your feelings. I'm not. I love you so much. It's like not even, and I know that that's way more complicated than just saying I love one person. And back to what I was saying. I get out of that hospital, and about 2.5 weeks go by. My house was shot at right after I got out the hospital, because nobody was trying to kill me or anything, right? Too, on top of everything else, nobody was trying to kill me or anything. I get out the fucking hospital, and 4th of July comes, and that's when my house gets shot at. And excuse me, let me back that up. I get out the hospital. About a week and a half, 2.5 weeks later, I go down to go see my friend Sean, who either works for the DOJ or the FBI. I was pretty sure he worked for the FBI. And Alan, the devil, aka. And I was already trying to figure out a whole lot of this look-alike shit, but when I went down to visit him, that's when I realized, holy shit, I'm at the house where basically basically, this is the same location where supposedly my cousin was fucking raped many years ago. And I was at that place 6 hours prior to my cousin being raped. And when I realized, holy fucking crap, I'm visiting the man that's at this house. And I don't know whether he knows about this or not. But I'm not bringing it up to him. Until I'm the fuck off this fucking... until I know that I am fucking clear of this fucking place. I'm not bringing this up to him. Meanwhile, they tried to kill him with some bad shit that I'm thinking he was testing me for. To see if I'd pick it up if he fuck... And he laid in bed for 2 days. I said, wow, bro, it's like the next time I talk to that man. Now, my house, after I came back from his house, so I left the hospital. About 2 weeks or so later, I go down to see him, spend 3.5 days or so down there, you know, travel-wise, everything, to travel there. I only spent about 2.5 days really there or so, before getting on the bus and traveling back. So altogether about 3.5 days spent there and back traveling. I get back to my house in a few days. Is July 4th and my house gets shot at. I can't get him on the phone. I can't get my friend on the phone. Which, by the way, at that point, we were already at that point stopping another fucking absolutely insane thing from possibly destroying the fucking world. Okay? And a lot of people would have probably died if I didn't say what I had to say. And as far as the replacing of the one caseworker, this is how I ended up getting the lady who was Alfredo Flores' supposed grandmother, aka Tupac's deceased mama, as my caseworker. Which I've posted pictures. I don't give a fuck anymore. I really don't. I don't give a fuck no more. The fucking bottom line is that the other lady seemed to be involved, and I felt bad because she was very nice, and she seemed to be involved with a group that was not maybe possibly so good, and although she was helping me as far as get some things done, the bottom line is that, you know, she just left all of a sudden and moved on to a different job. And because I started to bring up some things about other than, because I didn't even want to mention that to him exactly, about the fucking whole concert about to be attacked. I'm not exactly sure if I mentioned that to him, and I don't think I did. Because I was still trying to remember at that point what exactly was said in front of me 10 fucking years or better prior to that situation. And the other situation that was kind of more important at that moment in time in my head, which I had said to him, was the whole thing that they were planning on doing with the a cryptocurrency that was going to very, very much so fuck up a lot of people. And when I seen him, he was laughing and he was twirling a replica fucking coin in his hand. He's like, you got nothing to worry about. And he's flipping the coin up and through his hand, and he's like, you did this. I did, again, stop a very, very major situation one way or another because it was the right thing to do. And I could tell you how that situation was going to go down. And I have already said it. And at least he was able to help put a stop to that situation before it went down. Who knows if it will happen in the future? I don't know, because I also helped put a stop to this coronavirus, not once, many, many years ago. And we're talking many, many years ago. Like this is like young little, this is little Anakin, okay? At this motherfucking point in time. Little Anakin helped put a fucking stop to the coronavirus long fucking time ago. And then older, more drugged up out of his fucking mind through poison, asbestos, aka radioactive diamond dust, poisoned Anakin, losing his fucking mind, helped put a stop to the coronavirus a second time due to Part A and Part B meeting naturally in the wild, due to this is not exactly as deadly until this, and they will meet because they will seek each other out. And then it was like, I put a stop to it that way too. And then I just got tired of the bullshit, and I started saying the next motherfucking dumb cop, the next motherfucker that puts their fucking hand on me, the next motherfucker that does any goddamn fucking dumb son of a bitchin' thing to me, especially a fucking cop. And that fucking virus is going to be fucking released. And I'm sorry, world, but that's why I just find it real fucking fishy that I meet Pop Smoke. The next day, my brother starts a bullshit fucking fight with me, and all of a sudden, the first motherfucker through the door is a little Spanish-looking motherfucking guy named Robert Lee Ashley, and he is putting his fucking hands on me as I'm showing him the evidence that my brother just knocked the fucking phone out of my hand and broke the phone somewhat, broke the screen more so than what it was. Didn't need the fucking... That's all that should have calmed the fucking situation down then. Instead, that motherfucker grabbed me like a fucking weird little clingy fucking thing and snapped my fucking... He was... I was like, what the... I was even telling his buddies behind, I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? I'm like, stop that. Stop that. What the fuck is he doing? Could you please stop that? Thank you. I know you want to touch me. It's fucking a little bit weird. Holy shit, man. I go to jail, and 2 months later, round about the same motherfucking time that I'm being sentenced for another 2.5 months from there. Didn't really matter about the time length. Said any other fucking dumb cop or scumbag or fucking anybody puts their fucking hand on me, the real life 00 motherfucking 7. I just want you to know that you will fucking ensure that a lot of people will die. And Robert Ashley was the guy. Thank you, Robert Ashley. I appreciate your service to mankind. Really. And as far as Pop Smoke, so I find it real interesting that right around the same time that fucking Corona starts to get fucking sort of announced, even though it was probably being talked about amongst other people a few months, or at least a few weeks prior. Bottom line is that here comes fucking Pop Smoke's death. I'm in jail 2 months already. Pop Smoke's fucking... I'm about to be sentenced for another 2.5 months. And Pop Smoke is over in fucking California. Pop Smoke dies. Coronavirus gets fucking released. It's like, god damn. Oh, I didn't even remember this part. Yeah, right before all that happens, I'm just casually walking down the fucking block, and I joked around and I said the fucking crow fucking was like, holding it in its mouth, and it's like the grim diamond. But I'm just walking down the block, and all of a sudden, at my fucking feet, no shit, and I'll take a lie detector to every fucking. So I'm telling you straight up, this fucking thing was on the road. The crow was about 15 to 20, 15 feet away. About that. About 20, maybe 20 feet. And there was a crow, pretty big crow, just standing there. And I look at that fucking thing on the ground, I'm saying, holy shit, that is not fucking, that is a diamond. The grim diamond. Where was I again? I just find it real interesting that, it's like Alfredo Flores is, deceased grandmother. Wow, man. Wow, man. So the point being is that I covered, So one other thing about Paul Flores is about a year after that. So now we're talking maybe a year, not even a year. I don't even think it was a year. 4 months, maybe 6 months. I was about 16 when this whole thing goes down. With the witness statement and then the witness protection form. I was about 16. And then a few months after that whole fucking thing goes down, guess who I bump into at another crazy fucking psychopath's house? Paul Flores. I somehow managed to end up in the den of Pazuzu. And they're trying to set me up there. His followers were trying to. I actually liked Pazuzu. I really did. He actually. If I told you why I liked Pazuzu, you probably wouldn't believe me, either fucking way, or you would, and then you'd think I'm probably. But there was certain things about Pazuzu, not the dirtiness. The dirtiness was there was definitely. I mean, there hey, look, man, everybody's got their thing, and then the dead bodies and the shit that was not exactly my cup of tea either. But as far as fucking being in fucking somehow, some way managing to fucking be in the location with fucking Pazuzu, and here's fucking Paul Flores. Which is totally, I wasn't even thinking of fucking Paul Flores. Wasn't even thinking about it, man. You know who I thought it was? I thought it was fucking, I honestly thought it was Brian freaking McCarran. Yeah. I thought Paul Flores was Brian freaking McCarran. The kid who just tried to fucking crush my skull with a fucking pretty severely fucking weighted fucking car jack, not a little bitchy thing like they have nowadays. No, this and not one of the fucking mechanics ones that they fucking have to roll around, but damn close to it. Yeah. At least 6 times with the corner of the fucking base of the car jack to the back of my fucking skull, and those scars healed real fucking nice. There's still some bumps. Little bumps. But the scars, all my shit grew back. But the bumps are still there. Never got good medical fucking coverage for that either. Who knows? At this point, I'm thinking that there might be, I don't know if it's maybe a piece of it's saving my life, or maybe a piece of it's not, due to the fucking, probably more than likely fucking mad cow disease crystals that are growing in my fucking brain. Possibly. That would, be just, hunky do between the asbestos, aka also possibly fucking radioactive diamond dust that's weakened my bones. Yeah, here's the update on my arm that I bumped the other day, like 2 months actually. It's been almost a month, way over a month. I bumped my fucking arm. I bumped my fucking arm against the corner of a wall. Not even hard. There was no bruise. And yet when I move my fucking arm, it hurts up in my thumb. It hurts near the back of my fucking thumb, but I feel a click up there. But then when I go to move the whole fucking, I feel a first click up here, and I feel a second click right about here on my fucking arm. So I'm saying to myself, well, that's wonderful. I fractured my fucking arm, possibly just by gently bumping a fucking corner of a wall. I'm like, holy fucking crap. I'm like, please kill me. Please fucking kill me. I don't want to see 90. I do not want to see 80. I do not want to see 70. I don't want to see 60. And I really don't fucking give a shit about any of the other fucking years at this fucking point due to all the other shit. And I can barely fucking walk a mile, let alone fucking 3 miles, is pretty much like Mac. And I've been saying, Anthony, it's all in your fucking head. You could do this. No, I can't do this. Every fucking time I walk like 2.5, 3 miles, I'm like, fuck this. I can't walk the fucking next day. I'm fucking hobbling around. I'm like, give me a fucking break, man. Wow, man. Wow, man. Wow, man. Wow, man. Wow, man. Wow. So, that's why I find it interesting. Just so you know. See, every time I see Alfredo around Ariana, and he's laughing, and he's smiling, and he's like, hee 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 hee, right? And saying to myself, it's like, wow, man, it's like, it's a real happy dude, bro. That's a real happy dude. That got a whole lot of little kids killed. It's a real happy guy right there, man. Now, Mac, well, he supposedly is dead.